back. We're going to take a live look out at the Alamo Colleges and Palo Alto College, celebrating the new Southside Education and Training Center.
Very exciting. Our photographer Santiago is out there giving us that live look inside their new facility. So coming up, we'll tell you exactly how this will benefit Southside students.
And we are taking a live look out at the Alamo City. You can almost see the humidity in the air. 83 degrees now. What does the rest of the day look like? How hot will it get? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning.
Good morning.
It is 9 o'clock. It is Saturday. It is August 12th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So we talk about back to school up, and it's crazy to think that some of these kids are going to go back to school and it's going to be like 106 degrees.
You know what's really hard is when you go back to school shopping, a lot of the stores have their fall line out. We get maybe inside because the classrooms are probably pretty cold.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the kids wearing the hoodies and stuff, but outside, please don't wear your hoodie, especially if you're walking home or to the school bus, because Sarah, this heat is the triple-digit 105 trend continuing.
Yes, it is. But you mentioned stores and fall decor. I have already seen a lot of pumpkins and pumpkin candles and those kinds of things.
Melting pumpkins.
I am not at the mood yet for the fall spice because it is spicy enough outside right now. 105 for the high temperature today. That'll likely be a record. Outside right now, you can see there are some clouds out there this morning, and let's look at them from space. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. You can see it's overcast to start the day in Uvalde and Carrizo Springs. That overcast start going to keep your afternoon temperatures down a couple of degrees, but it's still going to be well over 100 out west of San Antonio. You can see that up in the hill country. There's a few clouds as well. Even around San Antonio, some of those puffy cumulus clouds, but they're starting to break up. It's already 84 degrees in San Antonio, 79 in Bandera, 81 in Bulverde, and 82 in Canyon Lake. Now, it's humid outside right now, too. Relative humidity is high, but this afternoon, relative humidity comes down into the 20 to 30% range. Fire danger will be highest today this afternoon, so we're going to have to be careful this afternoon. We do not want to do anything to create or spread grass fires. High fire danger all weekend long. 105 for the high temperature. A little bit more cloud cover out there right now. That's why I've been able to shave off a whole degree from the forecast high, but still 105. That heat will get you in the afternoon. Be very careful as you're heading out and about for tax-free weekend this weekend. Now, looking ahead to the week, again, likely going to see some records fall once again this week. Another hot week ahead with only a small sliver of a chance for rain on Tuesday. I'll have all the details coming up in just a bit. Next.
Thank you, Sarah. All right. Alamo College's district and Palo Alto College unveiling the new Southside Education and Training Center.
Our photographer Santiago is live there now giving us a look. So the nearly 49,000 square foot facility will serve as home for Palo Alto College's new nursing program, the Ready to Work initiative, and more. In May of 2017, Bexar County voters approved a $450 million capital improvement bond for the Alamo Colleges, with $23 million allocated for this new center. So built on land provided by Southside Independent School District, it is also part of the Alamo College's education and training centers designed to increase access to higher education services for residents of underserved sectors of Bexar County.
Well, Texas prison guard says she was forced to stay on shift while having labor contractions, and now Texas is fighting compensation for her stillbirth. So the Texas guard, who is 7 months pregnant, told her supervisor she needed to go to the hospital when she started feeling labor-like pain. Supervisors told her she would have to wait until someone could take over her spot, but no one came for hours. They then accused her of lying about her pain, according to the federal lawsuit against the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and prison officials. The guard is now suing the TDCJ and the supervisors. She argues that the state caused the death of her child.
A 3-year-old child has died on a bus with asylum seekers. The Illinois Health Department confirmed the news this week. The bus left Brownsville, Texas, and had been en route to the Chicago area. It's unclear how that child died. Federal authorities are investigating what happened.
And the Biden administration kickstarting the U.S. carbon removal industry right here in Texas. The Department of Energy is announcing a $1.2 billion investment to basically suck carbon dioxide out of our air. The money will fund 2 new direct air capture hubs in Texas and Louisiana. They're going to build huge vacuum cleaners that essentially suck up carbon dioxide from our air and store it underground. The Department of Energy says this plan could remove the equivalent of, get this, nearly 500,000 gas cars off the road every year. And the Texas House Committee report outlines possible paths forward for school vouchers here in our state. The 15-member committee released a report that also made a number of recommendations on school finance, the teacher workforce, and student outcomes. The committee didn't endorse outright the legislature passing a school voucher program, but it would allow parents to use taxpayer money to send their kids to private schools, kind of like a voucher program. If lawmakers were to approve such a program, the report said it should be smaller in scale than the one proposed, and Governor Greg Abbott said he will not accept that possible reduced option.
A final push to help students in need. Last Chance Ministries' annual Back to School Bash is today. While they've gotten lots of donations and support, they still need backpacks and other school supplies. Pastor Jimmy Robles says relying on faith has never let them down.
We have a few here and there that we still need, but I mean, everything really came to pass, and tomorrow's a big day. We're excited. We maxed out, I think, at 3,000 already, so just people are going to be welcome no matter what, even if you're registered or not, so we don't want to discourage anyone from coming.
Pastor Robles says students who registered will have a backpack, but they are expecting additional people to show up today, so they're still accepting donations. We have the link to donate on our website.
All right, so talking about back to school, a lot of students already finishing their first week back in the classroom for the new school year.
And parents are worried about how safe they'll be. San Antonio's largest school district, Northside ISD, has rolled out a list of safety initiatives. Additional NISD police officers will be added to its current force, and all campuses will have silent panic buttons for emergencies. High schoolers will be required to wear ID badges, and students and staff can also expect routine door checks to make sure they're working properly. The district says it's still looking at other safety measures, including bulletproof film for doors and windows.
And KSAT hosted a town hall event to help answer a lot of questions that so many parents, students, and staff members, a lot of the questions that they have going into this new school year. And
while many parents keep in contact with their child's teacher, another great resource is the school counselor. So Dr. Melanie Morgan is a counselor at Southside ISD, and she tells us about the benefits of parents creating a connection in order to help their child succeed even past the classroom walls.
And then we're able to meet with them, have them come in and meet with us. We can teach them the same coping strategies or skills that we're teaching to their kids, teach them so that they can do the same things with their children at home as well.
If you'd like to hear more about creating these connections, as well as hear about other topics like different schools around the Alamo City that are keeping students safe, you can watch our town hall live stream right now on KSAT.com.
And a perfect way to celebrate the end of the first week of school for some, it is World Youth Day. The day was created by the United Nations 22 years ago. In addition to celebrating the world's youth, it aims to raise awareness of the challenges that the younger generations face. Time now, just about 9:09, 83 degrees.
You're going to be celebrating World Youth Day outside. Oh my gosh, do it now. There you go, 83 degrees at 9:08. It's going to be another scorcher, and the triple digits, unfortunately, there's no end in sight at this time. Sarah Spivey will have our forecast when we come back. Well, Amazon is trying to crack down on workers who don't go into the office enough. So some U.S.-based employees recently received an email warning them that their in-person attendance is being tracked. The company's return to office policy requires workers to report to an office at least 3 days a week. The message highlights Amazon's determination to enforce its rules amid an employee backlash to the policy. And Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and fiancée Lauren Sanchez are pledging to help Maui recover. In an Instagram post, Sanchez says she and Bezos are giving $100 million to recovery efforts in Maui, adding that they, quote, are heartbroken by what's happening in Maui. Other billionaires like Oprah Winfrey have also pledged to help the area. It's truly devastating as we see the death toll rise out in Maui. But Sarah, that fire came in quick and fast because of those severe wind conditions. And our wind conditions, are they as bad as they have been in the last couple of days? Are they starting to slow down?
So we are going to have gusty winds today from the south at about 20 miles per hour, but the ones in Maui were 80 plus miles per hour. But it does highlight the fact that, you know, we do have high fire danger here across south central Texas, just for different reasons. We're in drought and it is very hot. Take a look at temperatures this August so far. Every single day we've had a high above 100. In fact, today will make our 47th 100-degree day in San Antonio for the year. We're running about 5.5 degrees above average for the month already. We have also had 8 record highs in a row. So every single day back to the 4th of August has either tied or beaten a record for the high. And today, we probably will do it again for the 9th day in a row, tying or breaking a record. We're forecasting 105 in San Antonio for the high today. That'll beat a record set back in 1969 of 104. It'll be hard for us to tie or beat the record tomorrow. It's not out of the realm of possibility. The record for the day tomorrow is 106. But in the coming days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we are going to be close to, if not beating a record, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this upcoming week. This heat is not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm sorry to say, for the next 7 days at least, we're going to be above 100 degrees. And so you know the drill by now. In fact, red flag warning, high fire danger in effect for all of the counties you see here in pink. But even our coastal communities should still use caution because fire danger can still be high closer to the coast as well. So let's do our part to avoid creating and spreading grass fires. Outside right now, seeing some clouds out there this morning. It's 84 degrees, but it already feels like it's 93 because humidity is high. The humidity will be falling, however, in the afternoon, and winds are breezy from the south-southeast at 15 miles per hour. Right now it's 79 in Rock Springs. Good morning in Kerrville. We're at 79 degrees, 86 in Pleasanton, 85 in Del Rio, 86 in Cotulla, 85 in New Braunfels, and 86 in Gonzales. Locally around the San Antonio metro area, not too bad in the higher elevations, 79 in Bandera and in Bernie. But as we go throughout the day, temperatures are quickly going to rise. We're going to be at 86 by 10, 94 around noon, mostly sunny to completely sunny skies this afternoon in spite of the cloudy start. By 3, we're going to be well into the triple digits, and at 5 p.m., that's the peak heat of the day, 6 p.m., 105 degrees. Even after sunset, close to 8:20, it's still going to be 94 at 9 p.m. tonight. Looking at local highs in your neighborhoods, 109 in Del Rio, 107 in Pleasanton, 108 in Cotulla, 102 in Kerrville, and 104 in Canyon Lake. Hey, here's some good news, okay? Tonight, the Perseid meteor shower is going to be peaking. Look northeast after midnight in the pre-dawn hours tomorrow morning if you choose, but the cloud cover will be the least shortly after midnight. It's best to find a dark viewing spot away from bright lights. You may see up to 90 meteors an hour if you're in a good spot. Otherwise, we're not in a good spot when it comes to temperatures near 105 every single day of the next several days. Fire danger will continue, and there's a small chance for a shower or storm on Tuesday afternoon, but the best we can do is only 20%, Max and Sarah. I'll talk a little bit more about that small chance for rain in the forecast in the next half hour.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah, all right, let's check back in on the South Side Alamo College District and Palo Alto College, unveiling the new Southside Education and Training Center.
That's right. The nearly 49,000 square foot facility will serve as home for Palo Alto College's new nursing program, the Ready to Work initiative, and more. In May of 2017, Bexar County voters approved a $450 million capital improvement bond for the Alamo colleges, with $23 million allocated for this new center built on land provided by Southside Independent School District. It's also part of the Alamo College's education and training centers designed to increase access to higher education services for underserved residents in part of Bexar County.
I was actually just at Southside ISD, and we're going to do their back to school coverage Monday morning, but they're super excited about this and all the opportunities it brings to so many people in our area.
It's amazing.
It really is. Time now, 9:17, 84 degrees.
Okay, this weekend marks 50 years of hip hop. We'll take a look at how some cities are celebrating.
All right, speaking of celebrations, you can shake it off this weekend. Another pre-recording from Taylor Swift. We're going to see what she had to say about revisiting her album 1989.
Taylor Swift announced she would be re-releasing her first Grammy-winning album, 1989, Taylor's version. On stage, Swift unveiled the cover art and release date for October 27th on the big screen from one of her era's concerts, and the reaction from the crowd was huge. At one point, they cheered and applauded for a full 8 minutes. How do they have the energy in that 3.5-hour concert? On Instagram, she called 1989 Taylor's version her most favorite re-record ever.
All right, so speaking of music, in New York, hip-hop fans celebrating the genre's 50th anniversary, a block party. Iconic artists such as Chuck D, Flavor Flav performing some of the top hits to hundreds of fans, some who traveled across the country to be part of this momentous event. The Universal Museum of Hip Hop expected to open just next year.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right, time now, 9:22, 84 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we've been checking in at the new Southside Learning Center.
So the nearly 49,000 square foot facility will serve as a home for Palo Alto College's new nursing program, the Ready to Work initiative, and more. You're actually looking at a live shot right now of what's happening there from our photojournalist Santiago. In May of 2017, Bexar County voters approved a $450 million capital improvement bond for the Alamo colleges, with $23 million allocated for this new center that's built on land provided by Southside Independent School District. It's also part of the Alamo College's education and training centers designed to increase access to higher education for residents in underserved parts of Bexar County.
All right, time now, 9:26, 84 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, welcome back. Happy weekend. It is 9:29 this Saturday. It is August 12th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we've been talking about the heat so much, but a lot of excitement happening right now. Alamo College's district, Palo Alto College, they're unveiling the new Southside Education and Training Center. And here's the best part, it is happening indoors.
Very cool. Let's take a look.
The programs that we'll have here at the Southside Education and Training Center include a brand new nursing program through Palo Alto. We're in this beautiful manufacturing lab. We'll have manufacturing, entry-level manufacturing. We'll have allied health programs such as certified nurse assistant, medical assistant as well, and we'll have adult education.
In addition, the building will feature a testing assessment center, computer lab, skills and simulation labs, a workforce training lab, and space for large gathering. And also the students from Southside ISD will benefit from this building and be able to use it.
Absolutely. So the cool part really is we talk about the teaching shortages a lot, but there's also a huge demand for nurses. So there's a big nursing shortage and anticipated gap over 20%, maybe 30% by 2030. So that means there's a need for about 60,000 nurses and across the state, across the country. Now, this center, it's part of that $450 million bond package that voters here in San Antonio, they approved back in 2017. So this is really all the fruits of the labor. So excited for not only the nursing and medical community, but also the Southside community to have that right there on campus.
Love seeing all of that development go into the Southside where they need it.
Oh yeah, population is booming, and San Antonio, I mean, another thing booming is the temperature, Sarah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have moved to San Antonio. This is their first summer in San Antonio. Welcome. Here's a South Central Texas welcome for you. How about today being the 13th 105-degree day of the year, today being the 47th 100-degree day of the year. Starting off right now, not too bad though. 84 degrees in San Antonio. You can see that there's actually a deck of clouds that's going to be moving northeastward toward Medina Lake and into northwest Bexar County. However, these clouds will quickly dissipate. We're going to be left with sunshine and hot temperatures this afternoon. We're going to be at 105 this afternoon. Try to get all of your yard work, anything you need to do outside before noon, because it'll be 94 to 105 in the afternoon. Southeast winds today at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And so fire danger will be high too. The only good news right now throughout the day today, other than the fact that we have a small chance for rain in the week ahead on Tuesday, is that molds are low at 80. Looking at this weekend though, 105 today, 104 tomorrow, high fire danger all weekend long. And yeah, I did mention that small chance for rain on Tuesday. We'll talk a little bit more in depth. If you're somebody who's a wishing person, hoping person, praying person, pray for Tuesday, because it is going to be hot regardless, but there's that small chance for rain. I'll have a look ahead at that coming up in just a bit. Next.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. So we know so many people out and about this weekend. Happy tax-free weekend. There is an important construction to tell you about. The east side of I-10 and Loop 410 interchange shut down today. KSAT says the east and westbound lanes of I-10 and all northbound lanes of Loop 410 not open. Road work happening through the weekend. It's going to last until 5 a.m. Monday morning. We know it's not going to stop people from driving, so we do have alternative routes to tell you about. Just head over to KSAT.com.
Happening today, the San Antonio Food Bank is partnering up with the Health and Human Services Community Partner Program to host a community event to help people with their Medicaid renewal. So staff will be available to answer any questions related to the federal continuous Medicaid coverage. There will also be other services available like food, vendors, and back-to-school resources for kids.
If they need to apply for benefits, they can bring in their ID, proof of residence, proof of income if they have any, and social security numbers. Other than that, they don't need to bring anything with them. The meals will be for the children to eat here today or to take with them, but we will have 500 produce bags to give out to every household that comes in as well.
This is a great opportunity for those getting ready to go back to school. There will be free haircuts for kids, as well as several resources and vendors. And happening now, if you have a chance to give a furry friend a forever home, you can do so for free. Look at those faces. Don't you want to take one home? So it's happening at Principal Auto Group of Bernie now until 11 a.m. The first 25 adoptions will be completely free. There are no hidden fees. There you will find cats and dogs looking for new homes. Reminder, all of these pets that are adopted from SAPA they're vaccinated, they're microchipped, spayed, and neutered.
And San Antonio Pets Alive also asking for donations. They're in urgent need of dog toys, including Kong. You know what? You're a dog owner. You're a two-time dog owner.
Yeah, they need Kongs. They need disposable gloves, dog kennels, paint scrapers, laundry detergent, and small Ziploc bags. You can drop any of this stuff off at their medical clinic on Marbach Road, or take it to the adoption event that's happening right now.
All right, also right now on KSAT.com, San Antonio City Council members, they're going to have their final say on the city's $3.7 billion budget proposal in mid-September. It includes money to add police officers, increase animal care services budget, and a rate hike for trash collection. So city staff hosting several budget town hall meetings starting Monday. We have a full list of dates, a breakdown of the proposal, and of course, the city manager, Eric Walsh, joining us on Leading SA tomorrow. If you have any questions, concerns, comments for the city manager, just head to KSAT.com. Happening today, it is the beginning of tax-free weekend. We've been talking about it for the last week or so. Shoppers can save on so many school supplies and a lot of clothes, shoes, and backpacks under $100. There are some exceptions you need to know about. Jewelry, purses, they do not qualify as tax-free items. We have a link with the full list, all the eligible items right now. Just head to our homepage. And not happening now, but happening soon, 2 weeks from now. San Antonio schools going head-to-head Friday, August 25th. We got the first night of KSAT Pigskin Classic, and then we have a triple header on Saturday, August 26th. There's a lot going on, schedules, teams, a lot of fun events. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. You can check out all the lineups and you can buy your tickets.
Very exciting for Pigskin Classic. For KSAT Pigskin Classic, you can also help the San Antonio Food Bank at this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. Our KSAT community team will collect donations at the Alamo Dome during all 4 games. That's happening at the end of August. So we have a list of the food bank's 12 most wanted items and a link to make a one-time donation. Right now, just head to our website, ksat.com.
It really is so cool. The boxes look awesome.
Yeah.
The field is going to be amazing. And the games last year, you said it best, under the brightest lights, all the teams stepped up and stepped out last year.
And it's a big deal for these high school teams to play at the Alamo Dome, especially so early in the season. Usually the only opportunities they have if they make playoffs, you know, in their final rounds of playoffs. So it's just cool. So even if like you don't have a special team that you're cheering for, you're totally out of the high school football realm. It's just a fun atmosphere and a community. I don't know, it's a
community event.
Yeah, you just feel like really close and connected to your community.
It's true. All right, time now, 9:37, 84 degrees.
Okay. Today on Texas Max, what's going on here?
Oh, we got surf and turf burritos. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is the breakfast of champions. All of it. No? You're not feeling it?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not hungry enough. Okay. All right, the James Webb Space Telescope has given scientists more information about the most distant star ever detected. We'll tell you about that in just a bit.
Back here on Earth, taking a live look. All right, the clouds moving away, the blue skies coming out, and the temperature is going up. We are going to check in with Sarah Spivey, what you can expect today, tomorrow, possibilities of rain.
Now to emergency responders at the Grand Canyon rushing to rescue a teenager who fell over the edge at a popular hiking point. ABC's Faith Abube tells us what park rangers are saying.
This morning, a 13-year-old boy's remarkable survival after he tumbled at least 70 feet from the edge of a Grand Canyon cliff. It all happened after bystanders say he lost his balance falling from the high distance.
Witnesses described seeing him slip from an elevated point out at the end of our Bright Angel Point trail.
Rescue crews using ropes and a Stokes basket to pull up the severely injured teenager after high winds made a helicopter rescue impossible.
He was at risk of falling further into the canyon.
The unidentified teenager still conscious as he was rushed to a pediatric trauma center.
That he was in such a good a condition as he was, given the distance he fell. It's not uncommon for people to fall an equivalent distance and be either unconscious and unable to respond or deceased.
Overnight, officials urging visitors to not stray from designated trails and walkways. The National Park Service warns that the North Rim's narrow paved path provides spectacular views, but drops off dramatically on both sides in some places, and certain sections are surprisingly steep. Since 2013, a supervisory park ranger tells us there have been a total of 76 over-the-edge incidents at the park, including the deadly 200-foot accidental fall of a 44-year-old man in the same area a year ago this month.
Just remember, it only takes one moment of inattentiveness or one slip to potentially fall up to several hundreds of feet.
And that was ABC's Faith Abube reporting. So visiting the Grand Canyon could become more dangerous in the future. A new study found extreme heat will significantly increase the risk of heat-related illnesses for the millions of people who visit that national park across the country and at national parks, especially like Big Bend here. Suspected heat deaths are on the rise.
The James Webb Space Telescope, has given scientists more information about the most distant star ever detected. This star is about 28 billion light years away, 1 million times brighter than the sun and twice as hot. The light the telescope saw from the star was emitted within the first billion years of the universe's existence. The only reason the star is visible at all is because a massive galaxy cluster between us and another galaxy magnified its light through its gravitational lensing. The telescope also detected colors that suggest the other galaxy has a cool red companion star just as most other B-type stars have. That takes me back to my astronomy classes. Fun fact, meteorologists don't really study meteors in school.
Oh, but you did take an astronomy class? Was that a requirement?
No, I chose to.
That sounds like a fun class.
It was so much fun, and it was at Texas A&M, which has a phenomenal astronomy program.
More fun to talk about stars than it is this triple digit
Yeah,
heat.
our star has given us some heat, isn't it? Temperatures are well above 100 degrees today throughout the forecast. Take a look at the weather setup. You can see that rain is going up and over the state of Texas, through Oklahoma. Some severe weather in parts of Tennessee and Kentucky early this morning, but this heat high right over us, that heat high compressing the air, pushing down on the air, increasing the heat, and forecast temperatures expected to be 105 here in San Antonio, a degree hotter than Phoenix, Arizona, 106 in Dallas, Fort Worth, 106 in San Angelo. You can very clearly see where that heat high is when you're just looking at the forecast high temperatures for the day across the nation. And this will make 47 100-degree days here in San Antonio. For the year so far, we're 10 days away from third place, 2011, and 13 days away from taking the cake for the most 100-degree days in a year. It'll be hard for us to get there to 13, but it is possible, so we'll keep you posted. Another thing to keep in mind is that the fire danger is very high today, not only around San Antonio, but across the state of Texas, especially up that I-35 corridor toward Dallas-Fort Worth. But locally, very high fire danger for Del Rio, very high fire danger for Pearsall and Frio County, very high fire danger for Gonzales and up in the hill country, especially north of 1604, Bernie, Bulverde, Sisterdale, Comfort, Canyon Lake starts and Spring Branch area. All of these areas have very high fire risk, but we should all be careful today to not create or spread grass fires. 84 degrees outside. It's breezy. Winds are from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. Already feels like 93. When we look at temperatures, you know, we're already off to a warm start. 82 in Bernie, 82 in Bandera. Good morning in Hondo. It's 84 degrees, 85 in New Braunfels. This is a look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, though. Even though we're starting off with clouds, by noon we're going to be mostly sunny and 94. We'll be at 100 degrees by 2 o'clock, and then in the afternoon 105 for the high temperature today, likely going to be beating a record set back in 1969. And even this evening, still 94 at 9 p.m. Looking at neighborhood highs, 108 in Creases Springs and Cotulla, 109 in Del Rio today, 104 in Canyon Lake, 102 in Kerrville. We're going to be running some 5 to 10 degrees above the average, 107 Stinson area, 105 in Seguin, and 105 in Hondo. All right, let's talk about the very slim chance for rain on Tuesday, only 20%. So I don't want everybody to get their hopes up for Tuesday. That's a very small chance, but that heat high is still going to be the dominant weather pattern over the next 7 to 10 days. This triple-digit weather is not going anywhere anytime soon. 104 tomorrow, not only for us, but across the state of Texas. On Monday, 104 in San Antonio. Notice that that heat high does move off a little to the east on Monday, but it's still going to be 104. Then by Tuesday, there is a possibility that a few storms in North Texas could try to make a run for San Antonio. It's still going to be hot, and again, our chance for rain is only 20%. So do not get your hopes up. That's the only thing we can talk about positively in the forecast right now, though, because as you can see, it's going to be well over 100, closer to 105 every single day in the next several days. And beyond. So a lot of people are asking me, Sarah, when will this triple-digit weather end? It is hard to see an end in sight right now. We will eventually end by the time we get to fall, but it's hard to give you any positive news right now, unfortunately, Sarah.
Whew, okay.
Yeah.
The end of the sprint. Maybe.
Maybe.
Like a month-long sprint.
Yeah, it's been hot every single day. We've been above 100 for the month of August.
We can do it. We're South Texans. We're strong.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, it's 9:48 and 85 degrees.
Take a look outside with TransGuide. As you can see, things are flowing smoothly, but just keep in mind that it is tax-free weekend. So a lot of people are going to be out on the roads, and it's going to be hot as you're traveling from your car to that store.
Let's take a look at these Lotto numbers. Pick 3, 1, 2, 8, Fireball 0, Daily 4, 8, 1, 9, 6, Fireball 0, Cash 5, 10, 19, 26, 31, 32. And Mega Millions was last night. Fortunately, not the 1.5 billion jackpot. 8, 9, 18, 35, 41, Mega Ball 18, Mega Plier 3. Good luck.
All righty, welcome back. Let's check back in on the South Side. Alamo Colleges District and Palo Alto College are unveiling the new South Side Education and Training Center.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. It's on Martina Lozoya Road, and it's going to house Palo Alto's college's nursing program. The facility will also house Alamo College District's Ready to Work, Adult Education, Literacy, and Workforce Training program. So this is very cool. That ribbon cutting happening now. This is a live look from our photojournalist Santiago, who is out there. And this is the center is part of a $450 million package bond that was approved by voters back in 2017 for the Alamo College District. This is because there is a huge nursing shortage. So they're hoping that by 2030, that means there's going to be a bigger push and need for those nurses, or those nurses will be available in the state of Texas.
This is awesome. You know, Alamo colleges are so great. And I say that from experience. I actually went to Northwest Vista for a year.
Beautiful campus.
Really gorgeous campus. And it's great to see that that's happening for folks there on the South Side.
Love that they're beautifying the South Side campus as well. Okay. We have another doubleheader this weekend on Leading SA. Two leaders of our community are joining us live tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We are set to be joined by the city manager, Eric Walsh. We're going to discuss the processes and procedures of the city budget, a really hot topic in San Antonio right now, the council. Then at 8:30, the superintendent of Southside ISD joining us live to talk about the start of this new school year, along with concerns from parents and teachers. He'll be addressing those concerns live. So if you have any questions you would like to ask either of them, you can submit them right now. Just head to our Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Join us tomorrow at 8 and 8:30 a.m.
I'm looking forward to that, definitely. All right, time now is 9:54 and it is a balmy 85 degrees.
All right, here's a preview on Texas Eats.
It has exploded with popularity, especially the surf and turf burrito. Talk to me about what's inside.
It has a carne asada, that's a USA choice beef, and then we have these jumbo large shrimp in here, guacamole, pico, our famous house sauce, and a lot of cheese and french fries.
My goodness, you loaded this thing up.
We did, we don't play.
Now you have a lot of different sauces on the menu as well, including a hot sauce. Pour a little bit onto this one here.
All right.
Don't hurt me now.
I won't, man. It does not wreck your palate.
Cheers to you, the surf and turf with the house-made spicy sauce. Here we go.
That's right.
Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
You're good though.
Give me some love.
Man.
Just a reminder, the east side of I-10 and Loop 410 interchange, it's completely shut down today. So TxDOT says the east and westbound lanes of I-10 and all northbound lanes of Loop 410 will not be open. So we have some alternate routes posted for you over on KSAT.com.
And another reminder happening today, you have a chance to give a furry friend a home forever for free. It's happening at Principal Auto Group of Bernie for the next hour. The first 25 adoptions will be completely free, no fees.
In San Antonio Pets Alive, they're also asking for donations. You can drop off these items at their medical clinic on Marbach Road, or you can take it by that adoption event that's happening today. All this information is also on their social pages.
Here's some good news. Pollen count is low today, only at 80. Honestly, the lowest pollen count I've seen in a long time, probably because it's been so hot. Take a look at clouds and temperatures. There's some cloud cover out near Uvalde and Hondo right now, starting to try to move over to San Antonio, but a lot of these clouds will dissipate before it can even make it to us. So we're already at 87. You know it's going to be a hot day when you start at 10 o'clock at 87 degrees. It feels a lot hotter than that. Already feels like it's in the mid 90s. 105 for the high temperature today. In the afternoon, humidity is going to come down, high fire danger throughout the day today and tomorrow. 104 for the high tomorrow. And then look at this forecast, or don't look at it if you really don't want bad news. Temperatures are going to be near 105 every single day. Only the slimmest chance for an isolated thunder shower in the afternoon on Tuesday.
Okay. Also, a reminder, this weekend is tax-free weekend for back to school item shopping. So if you're going to be out and about, please stay safe, in the parking lots or outside for any of that. Have a good Saturday.
See y'all tomorrow.